hero shooter players need at least 20 hours on each role. Because a lot of these dumb discussions that I see about, my support is this, my DPS is that, and tank is whatever, like a lot of these discussions boil down to just finger pointing, right? Because one, a lot of these people don't really have a true understanding of how the game works and how interactions work. And another thing is that these people, they don't play the other roles. A lot of these people only play one role. So when they see something in game, they think it's one thing, but it's actually it's so much more complex than people think it is, right? And when I see stuff, people saying oh, my tank is overextending. Well, is he actually overextending? Or is he just taking free space that the enemy team is giving him and you're not following him? You know what I'm saying? But again, if you don't play tank, you wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know that, because to you, it may seem like he's overextending. But in reality, the enemy team just backed up 10 feet. Why would you not walk forward? Because the more space you have on the map means the more angles you have. The more angles you have means less angles for the enemy team. And the less angles that they have, the less opportunities they have to, duel your DPS or jump on your supports. You see what I'm saying? But again, you wouldn't know that if you don't play tank. Or even if you don't play it, at least have an understanding of the role. So you would know that. Now, don't get me wrong. There are certainly bad players in every role, and you'll come across someone just throwing or just have no clue how to play the game. But it's just simply having an understanding of not only the roles, but the game itself, right? Certain interactions, right? How certain comps work together, right? What everyone needs to be doing. Because it's easy to point fingers when you really don't understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's is your DPS feeding, or is he taking the off angle and they're setting 3 people at him every single time, and his team is not taking advantage of that? You know what I'm saying? If they're setting 3 people for one person, you should be able to run the rest of their team over. Especially if everyone is just sitting main, just run their team over. They're setting 3 people for one guy, or have one of the supports go help him fight that fight. You know what I'm saying? But it's again, if you don't play those roles, you don't have a deep understanding of the game, you wouldn't know that. To you, it looks like that guy just running it down. But in reality, he's actually doing the right play, and everyone else is not doing anything. See what I'm saying? And it's just, listen, I get it, right? Everyone, has, a lot of people have a preferred role, right, that they want to play. And I get that. At least for me, I pride myself on being the most versatile motherfucker to play any game that I'm playing. You know what I'm saying? And I get that not a lot of people are going to be like me, who, is willing to put time into all the roles, right? Just not only to make myself better as a player, but also just have a better understanding of the game. I understand not everyone's going to do that. That's okay. But at least be aware of these things. You know what I'm saying? Be aware that, is it actually on you? Is it actually on your team? Is it a team comp that's not making it work? It's these type of things that matter. You know what I'm saying? That's why I believe everyone needs some time on each role, right? So they understand when you're playing support that you're gonna need help when an enemy team tries to jump you. But at the same time, you also have your own agency, right? And if you're not using your cooldowns properly, right, you're gonna get caught out. And obviously, it's the job for the DPS and sometimes the tanks to peel for you, but sometimes they can't always peel for you. So you gotta have your own agency, which support characters usually always do, right? As a tank, you have to understand that like you have to take space, right? But you have to just understand the tempo, right? Knowing, you know, when you can take the space, right? Knowing, you know, where your team is, even though your team should be behind you. But you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like those type of things. Is that like you really either need to play a lot or play the other roles, just truly understand. And then when you understand those things, it makes it so like you can actually pinpoint what's happening in these games, right? And that's another, you know, underrated skill when it comes to hero shooters. Is like being able to pinpoint like issues within the game, like what's going on. Okay, like what's going on? All right, our tanks are constantly dying, right? Okay, why are our tanks dying, right? Is it there's no pressure being put on their front line, right? Are the supports on our team dying, right? Okay, they're not dying. Okay, so what are they doing? Like, are they using their resources correctly, right? You know, if there's no pressure on the front lines, you know, the DPS, like, where's their damage going at? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the stuff that matters. And I wish a lot of people understood that, but, you know, people would just rather just blame the other roles because it's always someone else, right? Always is.